Alright, so we just beat Toy Story 3 early. We had a little bit of extra time on the stream. I told everyone I would do a little bit of Q&A. So let's see what's on everyone's mind here for the next 20 or 30 minutes, okay? Okay. I do not have a favorite genre of games. I don't. I like a variety of games. I would say the two that I probably played the most in my life would probably be fighting games and RPGs. But I enjoy a wide variety of games. Platformers, story-based narrative games. I mean, I could go on and on. Every genre, I pretty much have played major games that I've enjoyed. So I don't have a favorite. What games are coming out at the end of August? 23rd is Saints Row. And then there's another game. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's a one-man show game that was made by someone. A one-man dev team. It's called Midnight Fight Express. Comes out that same day. And there's Pac-Man World Repacked on the 26th. And then Destroy All Humans Remake on the 30th. There is also the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. But I'm not going to be playing that on the day it comes out. Because I want to... do a marathon for that. So I'm going to do a marathon for that with a pizza party and everything that first weekend of September. What's for dinner tonight? We actually got marinated chicken thighs. Supposed to be like bourbon black pepper barbecue or something like that. So we usually eat chicken thighs. Usually my wife breads them and bakes them in the oven. This time we already have pre-marinated and we're going to bake those and see how they turn out. Something new from the grocery store we're going to. Siwoo, no, I usually don't play sports games. It's the kind of the one genre of game I usually don't play that much. And I'm not really interested in the new Madden, no. Do I like Dark Souls or Neo more? Dark Souls. Neo's good, but Dark Souls is the originator, you know? No, I'm not growing my beard for 30 days in November. No point. Will I ever play Animal Crossing Fishing Activity for GameCube? Not aware of what that is. If there was demand for it, maybe. Toy Story 3 got more support than Multiverses. You don't even know what you're talking about. Thanks for trying to cause drama. You're an idiot. Derek, I would say I did miss doing the late night chill streams. If you take a look for a while, I really wasn't doing them. I was playing some games that were more on the chill side, but I wasn't really doing something that was just completely dedicated to chill and interaction. But that's basically what Bassmaster is now. Sunday Night Bites. So that's for 2 weeks. It's worked well. I'm looking forward to it again this weekend. Remember, I should have some fishing lures for this weekend if we hit the tip skull. No, I'm not replaying Cyberpunk ever. I don't care about DLCs. Nothing. Cyberpunk's been out for 2 years, right? If not longer. It was a piece of shit at launch. It still sucks now. Why would I go back and buy the game to play DLCs? That's crazy. I'm not re-buying the game to play DLCs for it. Hell no. Hell no. I don't know. Terry Tate says, what will the daytime stream now be on Friday? I don't know. It's a good question because it was going to be Toy Story, but now we have an open stream on Friday. We got to figure it out, right? I don't know. Will I ever check out the DLC for Lost Judgment? I don't know, Derek. I enjoyed the lengthy playthrough I did of Lost Judgment, but it seemed like people were pretty tired of it by the time I was done with it. And we never really found a time that was right to do that DLC. At this point, do I think anyone would really care about it? Probably not. Just being honest. Any games that I would just want to play for myself, right? Instead of like people's choice, what would I play? I mean, I told you guys over the years, there's several games. I would like to play Chrono Trigger again, but there's no viable way to do so, which really sucks. There's no like modern console that it's on that you can just play it, which stinks. Game like Earthbound. I want to try that Echo Generation game. Looked really good to me. I always said I wanted to go and play Lost Odyssey or a game like that. That's the thing. A lot of the ones I want to play are lengthy RPGs that we just wouldn't be able to do. I know they wouldn't work. I do not have a grill. I would like to get one day, but I don't have one. So, because the prize says I should give Multiverses a try as a daytime stream on Friday. There's nothing to lose now that Toy Story is finished. Well, the bummer there is that I was going to play Multiverses tomorrow night. So now you're saying the night stream on Wednesday will be Multiverses, and then the first stream back from break is also Multiverses, and then on top of that, the night stream on Friday is Friday Night Fights. So I mean, the whole day is fighting games. I don't know. Will I do the Final Fantasy VII Remake expansion? I don't know. Again, you guys ask me random questions like, will you play this game? Will you play that game? Will you play this game? My answer is always the same. If there's enough demand for it, if a bunch of people are asking for it or suggesting it, then yes. That's why I play certain games, right? Right? But the thing is, you guys ask me these random things like, well, I'm not just out of the blue. I'm not going to reach into a hat and pull out, yeah, let's just play this randomly today. It's based on demand, and there has to be enough demand for it. But I could consider playing Soul Hackers 2. Comes out late August. I don't know. What is it? Again, another question when I play a random game. What is Soul Hackers 2? Is my Amazon wishlist still up? I don't even know. I haven't looked at it in so long. I don't even know. I mean, the only thing I had on that wishlist was credits for each of the game networks. PlayStation Store, Xbox Live Store, or Nintendo. So, people who wanted to help out by donating credits still can, even if there's no wish list. All right, Derek, I'll see you for 2 Point Campus tonight. Am I dropping Multiverses? No. And I never said I was. I said I want to keep playing it. I'm disappointed that every time I play it, it ends up being the slowest stream of the week when it comes to support. But outside of that, I'm really enjoying it. Soul Hackers 2 is a Shin Megami Tensei game, like Persona, but more mature. Then honestly, no. Now is not the time. I'm just coming out of a super lengthy RPG playthrough in Final Fantasy VII. It's over 40 hours. Now is not the time to immediately jump into another lengthy RPG playthrough. If I'm going to do an RPG, it'll be a shorter one, like Echo Generation or Earthbound or something like that. I'm not going to immediately go right into another 40 to 60 hour game. Especially when I specifically said I'm not playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because it's such a long game, right? But isn't it funny? Why do all these games come out at the same time, right? In the last month, you guys have told me about 2 to 3 lengthy RPGs, and now you're saying there's another one in Soul Hackers 2. Why the frick do they all come out at the same time? It doesn't even make any sense. You have all year long, release all RPGs within 1 month. Well, yeah, play them all. Ugh. No, I think what it is there's a certain group of people who like watching me play RPGs. I get that. I totally get that. I love RPGs, but it's not the mainstream audience. It's a vocal, as I say, a vocal minority. Maybe like 1/4 of my audience actually would consider watching me play an RPG, a lengthy RPG, right? But the problem is they just keep coming out like back to back. And then on top of that, we even talked and said, what would be the best RPG for this summer? Final Fantasy VII. Okay, let's do it. So I started, and then Xenoblade Chronicles comes out. Oh, why aren't you playing Xenoblade Chronicles? Because we talked about this, and we decided Final Fantasy VII makes sense. HoboX, here's the thing. He says, since Metroid did good last year, Metroid Dread, and everyone is asking for Hollow Knight, will I consider doing it for a night stream? That's a complete misconception. Everyone is not asking for Hollow Knight. Again, it's not that many people, actually. It's probably the same few people who've been asking for it over the years, But it doesn't. Right now, the problem is there's not many major new releases coming out, right? We have one in a week in Saints Row. And I think everyone can agree you want to see me play that. What is the Saints Row reboot all about or whatever, right? But outside of that, what else is coming out? Not a heck of a lot that's going to get a lot of prominence. So when this happens, all of a sudden there's dead time and no one can agree on what they want to see me do. And that's the problem. When there's no consensus or agreement, then everyone wants one thing, but everyone wants something different. So no matter what I end up playing, people get disappointed. People ask me for years and years for Final Fantasy VII. Seriously. So I played it, and some people are happy, some people aren't, you know? There's not much you can do. I wouldn't know. I haven't been following. So people are saying that the Saints Row looks terrible and the characters look terrible. I'm not following it. I really am not. I find the more I follow a game, the more I know about it, the more spoiled I am. So I try to genuinely stay away from game spoilers, so that way I'm you know, surprised, or how can they say, delighted when you play a game and there's something in there like, whoa, that was in there, I didn't know, right? Take a look at Toy Story 3. If I had known that it had its own open world separate area with all that stuff, I probably would have not liked it as much, because I was pleasantly surprised when I played it. I was like, oh, it's not just a platformer. Oh, okay. Oh, any other questions? No one's tagging me in the chat. Ugh. Oh, this heat is getting to me. I'm in this office, it's all stuffy because I need the air conditioner pumping, and my allergies are already getting to me. It's like, ugh. Again, Beastbody says, any chance of trying a sports game for chill streams? Earlier this year, we talked about MLB. Most people seemed against it. Didn't really want to see me play it this year. So I skipped it at that time. I said, hey, we could play it whenever. And it just never really came up as a topic of discussion. If we're going to be doing Multiverses as a daytime stream, okay? And that's going to be balanced coming up with Saints Row, okay? Well, basically what's going to happen is then we're going to need night streams. So we may be looking into stuff for chill night streams, you know. I've played Binding of Isaac before. Yes, I have. The original Saints Row, I mean, maybe I'd like to play it one day, but I'm not going to play it now when we're about to play the reboot, you know. Ugh, retro Resident Evil? Ugh. A retro Resident Evil, I mean, again, if there was a viable way to play it and you guys wanted to see it, maybe. Resident Evil Director's Cut is on PlayStation Plus Premium, and I have it. Any chance to do a retrospective of my first playthrough on YouTube where you can react to it? I suggested a retrospective, because we haven't done one in a very long time as the monthly goal for this month for members, and everyone hated it. Everyone was like against the idea of a retrospective. So that's why I kind of ruled it out. Beastbot said Saints Row 2 is a game with gold for free. Would I play that as a build-up? There's not enough time. It comes out in a week. There's not enough time for a playthrough of Saints Row at this point. Closet Cleaning Part 3 is this Saturday. This Saturday's marathon is half and half. The first half is going to be me reacting to the first This Is How You Don't Play video, and the second half is the finale of the closet cleanup, because I found out the first This Is How You Don't Play is only 57 minutes long. So to react to that will probably take 2 to 3 hours, which means I'm going to have the second half of the day to do whatever. At first, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize how short the video was, because a lot of the future This Is How You Don't Plays are around 2 to 3 hours long. So it threw me off a little bit. Code Veronica's on PS Plus. Isn't it the remade edition? I think there's a remake or something. The one with the HD visuals. Anything else? No one's really asking any questions. I don't know, guys. Seems like a dead day. What's going on? Everyone out there. I'm trying to stay awake. What's happening? No, we're not doing IRL streams. I've explained a million times why I'm not doing that. No IRL streams. Toy Story's done, Finn. We beat it. We did everything. We got the finale and everything. 75 gamer point final achievement. We beat it. We beat it today. I don't know how people were saying there's 18 hours of content. There's not. There's definitely not 18 hours of content. I played it 4 hours and 3, and then today was like 2.5. So probably like 10 hours, about 10-hour game. I don't know how this is 18 hours online. That's completely false. We did all the story and everything. When I bring back Flight Sim, now that we're doing, Bassmasters on Sunday night, Sunday Night Bites, I think that's going to serve as our chill stream for now. I don't think we need 2 chill stream games like that. If we didn't have anything chill in the rotation, maybe I would consider it. But I think I'm digging the Bassmaster for now. It's something different. Am I Generation X or Millennial? Actually, I think I'm in the middle. Because I'm too young to be Gen X, but I'm too old to be a Millennial. So I'm not sure what I'm categorized as. My favorite GTA game, I'd still say, overall, big picture, probably Vice City. But the one I would probably like the gameplay of the most is 4. Because that's the one that got me into the series. I had never played a GTA game before then. I'll actually agree with Grant. Grant says Toy Story really didn't seem like much of a game at all. No offense to the fans. No, I think it seems like it's 2 games. It seems like their intention was that they wanted to make a game based on the movie, but they realized Toy Story 3's story was so sparse and not a lot going on. It was a lot of drama that basically they couldn't make a good game out of it. So then they started adding in fantasy stages. Like, what about the Zurg stage? What about the Haunted Bakery stage? And even adding that in, they were like, we're still not going to have enough for a game. And they said, well, what about an idea of an open world game based in Woody's Roundup, right? And maybe it's its own thing. It almost felt like it was 2 games. And they said, well, crap, we need this to release. And they just crammed the 2 together. Because quite frankly, there doesn't really seem to be a connection between the Woody's Roundup stuff and the actual Toy Story 3 portion of the game. Isn't it weird that Woody's Roundup has its own unique styled locations, like the haunted area, the fantasy area, and it's like, what does that have to do with Toy Story 3? Nothing, right? I still think that was a good game, though. For what it was like shockingly good. Am I considering Symphony of the Night for a retro game in the near future? I don't know. I have to figure it out how to play it. I guess there's a collection you can buy that it's in, but also, technically I own it on Xbox Live, but it's the really, really old version from the early days of Xbox Live. It was one of those downloadable games on Xbox Live Arcade. So technically I think I could play that on my Series X if I wanted. There's no way I'm playing Smash again, so Factless Star, that suggestion will not work. He says, why don't you play Smash for 2 hours and then Multiverses for 2 hours and compare them? I'm not going back to Smash. Beastbot says yes. That is how he actually plays Symphony of the Night. He plays that old Xbox Live Arcade version. Interesting. No. Is August a cursed month for me? No, I don't even know what that means. What's wrong with Smash? Nothing's wrong with Smash, but I like to move forward, not backward. I played Smash when it was new. I played it again when there was DLC characters, and now there's a new game that's a platform fighter that's new and exciting and fresh. Why do I want to go backwards and play the old one when there's a new one out that there's hype behind and new content for? Like, I think people get obsessed with Smash. I really feel that way. Like, because Smash was really the first platform fighter, and it actually broke into fighting games when a lot of people were against it even being considered a competitive fighting game, I feel like people believe it can be the only game in that genre. But I completely disagree. I think there's now room for other platform fighters to step up. Now that Smash is officially done with new content, now would be that chance. And Multiverses, honestly, is the first game giving that effort. That Nickelodeon game last year was a joke, right? Wasn't serious, wasn't balanced. People hated it. This is different, you know? But I want to move forward, not back. Why go back and play the old game that's old news? No, I don't do movie reviews because I don't really watch that many movies anymore. I don't do travel logs. I don't travel at all. So I can't do any of that content. No, I have no plans to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. In fact, it's one of the games Kat tried to play under PS Plus Premium service. She started playing it, and within a few hours, she hated it. I am looking forward to both Scorn and Callisto Protocol, though what's coming out is that it's been revealed Scorn's a very short game. People thought it was going to be like a full-fledged 20, 30-hour Doom-like experience, and come to find out it's going to be like 6 to 8 hours long. It's going to be a very fast, streamlined, unique experience. I'm okay with that because it's on Game Pass, right? But I think some people are pissed. They were expecting a full-fledged game. I can see that. Beast Butts and Scorn reminds me of a Bioshock. I can see that comparison. Getting those different abilities or whatever. Some horror elements. Huh. Alright, guys. Last chance because we're about to adjourn. Last chance if you got a final question or comment or whatever. Please tag me in the chat, okay? I did hear that. I did hear they're making a new System Shock. I never played the originals, so I don't actually know much about that franchise. Nathan, I don't know if I'm playing the new Call of Duty or its campaign. We got to play the beta. Beta's in September, so I'll be playing the beta to get to judge. Sun Over Acid, the idea is I am getting the TMNT Cowabunga collection, and I'm going to do a marathon at launch where I'm going to try to play various different games in in a kind of a launch marathon, and then any ones that I want to go back and beat, I'll probably continue on. I don't know if I'll fully play through Turtles in Time, which is what you're asking. Chef D, thank you for becoming a channel supporter. All right. I think we're going to call it quits, guys. Thank you for just doing a little impromptu Q&A. I appreciate that. All right? Awesome.